If you've ever felt completely, entirely exhausted by the state of modern dating, well, you are absolutely not alone. Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're unpacking a really fascinating summary of Aziz Ansari's book, Modern Romance. We're going to explore Ansari's brilliant insights into how the whole quest for love has radically transformed across generations. We'll be looking at the massive influence of technology, the big shifts in societal expectations, and how modern romance looks, frankly, incredibly different from the love stories of our parents and grandparents.
Okay, let's dive into this, because it's really the core question that drives this entire book. Why is it that, with more ways to connect than ever before in human history, finding a partner just feels so exhausting? I mean, we are dealing with unprecedented levels of modern dating fatigue here. Generational shifts have completely rewritten the rules of engagement. So, to figure out why we're all so burned out by swiping, we actually need to take a look backwards and understand how love used to work.
Section 1. Love then versus now, the death of proximity. Think about life before the widespread use of smartphones, commercial planes, or sprawling public transit. Our romantic world was incredibly small. For the vast majority of human history, love was mostly just a matter of geographical convenience. You loved who was nearby. In the past, people married at a much younger age, often heavily influenced by their parents, and from an incredibly small pool of options. To really grasp how dramatically the dating landscape has changed since then, let's zoom in on some staggering data from the city of Philadelphia in the year 1932.
And this brilliantly illustrates just how local love used to be. In 1932, 1 out of every 6 people in Philadelphia married someone from their exact same block. Just think about that for a second. Your future spouse wasn't a swipe away. They were literally a few doors down.
But wait, it actually gets even wilder. 1 in 8 people married someone living in their very own building. Today, thanks to planes, trains, and smartphones, we can form serious connections with people all over the entire globe. But that expansion comes at the cost of proximity. Couples today are way less likely to meet simply by living in the same area. Adults are getting married much later in life, usually after they've finished their education and formed their own distinct interests. And parental opinions? Yeah, they hold way less sway over our choices today.
Section 2. Searching for a soulmate. From practicality to perfection.
As our geography expanded, our fundamental expectations for a partner completely changed. In the past, marriage was largely about societal pressure and very practical reasons. We're talking financial stability, family support, and basically just conforming to societal norms. But today, couples are seeking something incredibly deep. We are looking for a soulmate. We want someone who completely fulfills us and acts as a true life partner. And part of this shift is actually due to the evolution of gender roles, which has allowed women to be more independent and given men more flexibility in their domestic roles. Marriage just isn't a practical arrangement anymore. It is a profound emotional pursuit.
Section 3. The pressure of infinite choice. The Tinder paradox.
Now, while marrying for pure, unadulterated love is a beautiful romantic ideal, it comes with some pretty serious psychological drawbacks. We now have apps that give us access to an incredibly wide range of potential partners. But having that luxury, constantly wondering if there's someone marginally better just one more swipe away, creates this paralyzing inability to settle down. When your options are endless, the process of finding a suitable partner becomes vastly more complicated than when your options were, just the people in your apartment building.
Having a seemingly infinite dating pool puts tremendous undue pressure on individuals to make the absolute, perfect, flawless choice. Think about it. We are now expecting one single person to fulfill all our needs, from deep emotional support to sexual gratification. It is a massive societal expectation, and it's a weight that sits heavily on every single first date.
Section 4. Succeeding at online dating. Actionable advice.
So how do we actually navigate this without burning out? Well, the good news is, despite all the pressure and the screen fatigue, the tools we have right now actually do work if we use them correctly. Look at this. Between 2005 and 2012, 1/3 of Americans found love through online dating. That is a massive portion of the population. So yes, spending hours chatting in front of a screen can be incredibly frustrating, but the mechanism itself is proven to connect people. The secret really lies in how we're utilizing these platforms.
So, the crucial point is how you behave on the apps. Here are Ansari's rules for navigating this landscape successfully. First, use dating sites simply as an initial point of connection, but aim to meet in person quickly. Remember that the people behind those profiles are actual human beings, so being polite and personable is absolutely critical. Do not send generic copy-pasted mass messages to a broad range of people. Just don't do it. Instead, tailor your approach and prioritize finding someone with whom you actually share common interests. It is all about intentionality.
Section 5. Rethinking first impressions. Quality over quantity.
When we have endless options, we tend to evaluate the matches we do actually meet way too harshly, making these incredibly rapid snap judgments. But human beings are profoundly complex, right? Those rapid-fire first impressions aren't always accurate. Ansari's advice is really clear here. Instead of going on countless superficial first dates, slow down. Focus on a handful of carefully selected potential partners. Invest real time in getting to know them. It's not about the sheer quantity of dates you go on, it's about the quality of the connection. By slowing down and giving someone a real patient chance, you drastically increase your odds of finding a serious, meaningful relationship.
Which leaves us with this final thought. The world of dating has transformed completely. From marrying the person next door just for stability to searching the entire globe for a soulmate using our smartphones. The complexities are very real, but with mindful practice, we can absolutely still forge amazing connections. So knowing how easily snap judgments fail us in this modern era of infinite choice, will you give your next match a second chance? Keep that in mind the next time you open an app. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.